It has been quite the roller coaster for even the price of natural gas. Over the last 12 months, we did had this massive rally that started in June, stopper out so far and in late October. But given what even going on so far this year, in this correction for natural gas now over, and we can expect much higher prices in the month. And I think natural gas is always an interesting and violating market, and I thought it's run it caught interesting or to focus on what been going on so far this year. If you will long look since November last year or October, the October high up around about 3.40 since that the price has been declined, but pretty much since the beginning of this year we have seen it trying to state some of sort of a comeback, and you could add that it's broken out of this correction that it's been in US right at this beginning of the year. We saw stand up thought about 216 which call suggests the correction is over. So in this video and we'll look at this in a lot more details. I do think there is a thread to be set up on natural gas. I think there are a couple of where you should play this. If you are going to treat this as a false break, then clearly be looking to get short, or if you don't think the correction is over, then the opportunity is to be a buyer, maybe targeting a run back up to those November high. And let's go to forget it was only 2.5 months ago it was up and those sort of levels. So in this video as usual I will talk about what happened going on, what to watch out for this big level. Then we'll come back into this and look at a lot more details. Hello, I am Likon from capital.com, and I thought we do an update on natural gas because I do wonder if you are seeing this in of that correction that been in place over the last couple of months. So as usual in this video I will talk about what's been driving it lately, what to watch out for, this big level to watch. Then we'll jump back into the platform and see the thread to do. If you are watching this and you haven't subscribed, if you are cold, click on subscribe. It happens support the channel. And of course we do through regular live stream now. Yes, every Friday if you are subscribed with the alarm bell notification, yes, click that bell things, you are get a notification of YouTube 13 minutes before we go live. It jump into took a look at the natural gas. So another volatile year in 2020 for natural gas. In hit its lowest level since 2016 at one point during this year, but then throughout to in this of the year we saw the price of gas up to an 18-month plus high, so quite the recovery of the June low. We have seen a fairly strong performance recently that been put down to a rebound in demand areas from Asia, and also perhaps slightly colder than expected weather also helping the price of natural gas. We have been seeing fairly cold weather recently in Europe, famously in Spain, which is considerably one of Europe's biggest terminals. US for natural gas, we saw now in Madrid for the first time in many years. The clearly a drop in the temperature help demand the natural gas, and you saw the reflected in this price. We talk about oil inventories, what it comes out crude oil. There's great release every week, similar number available for gas and gas storage level again in Europe have dropped recently, dropping back to more closer to their 5 years average. So there's a lot of unbullish agreement, I think, building up for a natural gas. If you read a lot of the commentary, those things further cold weather is expected in February, again expected to boost demand. I just alert to worry when everything start to point one way. Has the price already affected that market don't sit around waiting for event to happen. They will try and assimilate and factor in those aspects very quickly into the price. So the only thing that makes me nervous at the moment in this amount of bullish commentary either way, I do think there are still outstanding opportunities in natural gas. Let's talk about the level to watch and we'll jump back into the platform. So I think the most immediately hardest on the upside to 285, the height from mid-January after that $3 at a big level for natural gas. On the downside, lots of support. If you are thinking about buying, there are lots of support level to set your stop loss below. I think the most immediate of those is 2.42, but let's put some color on those numbers that jump back into the platform. Look at in more details and set up your first trade for this year in natural gas. So here the last 12 months or so for natural gas, so it come into the year with this was that multi-year low that we saw in June around the 115 mark, and then of course we saw the price for double into the end of November, and it's really end of October. I should so, and it's really what happened since then. I think makes a natural gas an interesting one down at those levels. So what I want to focus on is one the correction since November and against the break that we are seeing on this month to that correction. Let's kick things with the indicators. I don't think we are getting that much from the reserve. If you will look of the reserve down here, this is a 10-day RSI US. The last signal we had was this oversold signal over Christmas year. The last December last year market goes oversold. The RSI does form a base ahead of short of 220. That short up area we have broke up, but we don't even had the RSI moving to an extreme since that, so that the moment we are pretty much stuck slightly higher than the middle of the RSI, so not too much going on there. But if you are talking a lot of the MSR down there, we have got a few signal. This is a normal message 12, 26 and 9 factory setting for the MSA. We had a buy signal even back here late December on this oil up, then the market rolled over even sell signal middle of January, and it looked like at the moment we are not quite there. Yes, but I think if we see a bit more strength from here, even sometimes of a buy signal coming from the MACD. We can see that high storm is moving closer to the midline there on the MACD. So perhaps we will see this fill up over and give a buy signal. But what I want to focus on, I really the price action here. So let's go back to the trend. We didn't have this downtrend in place from the late October highlights. It trend this year has broken out of that downtrend line. We had a very brief looks above those 12 of December high, even around 2077 was what was even those high camps in the market did trade a high as even 285 and has fall back. But I think what interesting is over the last couple of the day we have seen the stand come in even cut away ahead of those late December so low. So for me, I don't wonder have we seen a higher low here, and we are seeing the start of potentially a new stand at in the price of natural gas. So I think if you are a buyer trend couple of way of planning this, I think that the call cost I sure want to stop loss. If you are was a buyer, no, the price is standing at 263. So if I was a buyer, no, the closest I want my stock that other side of those 20 Jan loss, they have around 242. I think if you are giving the market a bit more room to prove you right, perhaps the other side of this late December loss at December loss coming in around 226, which also ties in pretty much within the and the mid again low and coming in around 218. So 218 226 big support for natural gas on the only biggest things that makes me a bit countries in buying in this round of short of fairly bullish coverage. We have got the moment I think on the oil we get a full help for natural gas, so I do think we have broken the downtrend for gas, and I want to put my stop probably the other side of 220 of, let's say I pick 220 as the level. The low was 226, so I wrote my stop at 220. Let's flip. This is about the short term chart. So here is the latest leg up on the correction, the short term correction since the mid-Jan high, and again it is a way broke out of that. Here is the support down around 226. You can see the price has moved ahead quickly sharply this week. So what I am going to put order to buy the market currently 263. I am going to put my order to in buy. See if you are get a pullback, you are to the short of 55 area. So I put my order in those to be a buyer, and I will put a stop loss in at 222. Let's set that trap up. So my order ready to go to the moment. It's 264 to buy. I am putting ordering to buy 1,000 if the price drop to drop back to 255, and that only where it was trending yesterday. So it's not as if I am selling a radical order files miles away from where the price is trading. So if it drop back to 255, I will get filled by 1,000 there. If that order get fulfilled, out stop loss or attached to that open position in at 222, and that for our using risks of around 250 around. Let's just send that trade thought that you will look at thing in a bit more detail. So I ordered in buyer 1,000 natural gas at 250. So about 9 cents lower than where it trending now. And for me, I think if you are lost that 220 area, we are breaking to the loss for the first few months. The risk of the downtrend is resuming, and we are going to see a dripping sell-off. They are turning at the old 218 level and maybe even dropper, but for now, given on what the price action has done over the last 3 weeks, so I am talking the view that this correction is over. We are seeing it build a downtrend. We are seeing it trying to build a recovery. If we get a bit of a sell off, I will get feel and looking for it to push back up initial of the short of 285 areas, and perhaps start that and intro 3, and you will review it and see where it goes next. That it's for the update, and we will leave things there. We'll see if natural gas continues to recover from here. But from me, David, John and capital.com. Good luck with your trading. For more trading videos, just like this, please subscribe to our channel.